It is not yet Halloween, but that does not mean you shouldn't start looking ahead to booking your winter holiday travel. Prices are already high, and experts forecast that they're only going to get higher. To help us plan ahead, Clint Henderson, the managing editor of the Points Guy, is back with us. Clint, thanks so much for joining us again. So let's start off with the do's and don'ts of holiday travel.
So do book now,
okay,
because we're expecting prices to go even higher. You know, we got really lucky during the fall because prices had come down off their peaks from the summer. But now we're seeing the holidays are exorbitant, highest we've seen in like 5 years. So do book now, especially if you see a deal. Don't wait until the last minute. We don't think prices are going to come down before the holidays.
And you were kind of sharing a personal story about potentially booking a round-trip ticket to San Francisco. Tell me how much of an increase you saw.
Yeah, so normally I can get the flight from New York to San Francisco for about $300 to $400. Right now it's anywhere from $600 to $1,200. Even if I fly on the holiday itself, which usually is my trick to tell people, oh, travel on Christmas Eve, you can save a bunch of money. Right now, that trick is not working. So you've really got to be strategic right now.
So for the procrastinators, when would you say is the last minute that they really could think about booking for the holidays?
So what's interesting is sometimes at the very last minute, if you can survive without doing the trip, you will see prices drop like right before. But I think this year, you want to book by October 10th, I would say, ideally, especially if you see a deal. Now, if prices are really high like they are for me, I'm going to set a Google alert and I'm just going to monitor it for the next 2 weeks because prices are so high, they're probably not going to increase any more than they already are. But if you see a deal right now, you got to jump on it, especially for Thanksgiving, Christmas holiday peak travel.
And let's say that you did actually go ahead and book that flight, and maybe it's $500. Should you stop looking at that point once you've actually committed?
No, these days, because the airlines have made it easier to get flight credits if you cancel the trip. So that's one good thing from the pandemic. They've really made it easier to get a travel credit. So what you can do is monitor the price. If you see the price drop substantially, cancel that ticket, get the flight credit, and then rebook the ticket for the cheaper price, and you can pocket the difference. It'll be a credit, it won't be cash, but hey, we'll take it, right?
And let me just circle back on something that you just said. Is it possible for somebody to say, I'm just going to go down to the wire and bet that the prices are going to drop? Do you think that that's a winning strategy?
It can be. It's risky, because you never know. Prices could stay the same, and then you end up canceling the trip or paying the peak price. So that's a risky gambit. I would rather tell people to take those points and miles you've been hoarding during the pandemic and use those when cash prices are really high, because you're going to get the absolute maximum value right now if cash prices are high for that ticket.
And that raises a good point, because with dollars and miles, when the dollars go up, are the miles going equally as high?
So it's interesting. The airlines are getting better and better at pricing them similarly. So you will see a lot of times if cash prices are high, points prices are high, but that's not always the case. You can still find really good values at times.
Okay, and then lastly, why are the prices higher than they normally would be this time?
So you've got a combination of things. A lot of people that stayed home during the last 2 or 3 years because of the pandemic, they're saying, let's just go on that trip. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to go. So demand has increased. People are finally willing to travel. Pent-up demand. That's meeting fewer seats available. So the airlines have cut back capacity, and the number of flights they're flying each day, like on that New York to San Francisco route, there's less flights available. So you have more people competing for less seats, and that drives prices higher. Hey, fuel prices don't help on that matter either.
That's right. All right, Clint Henderson, always so helpful to have you with us. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.